Welcome to Brown's Neighborhood, where Daniel Butchie Brown is the host. This is Daniel Butchie Brown back on the Brown's Neighborhood podcast. We got a young lady here named Cheryl Hilliard. I seen Cheryl Hilliard on on Facebook, because I'm on Facebook, chime in with Cheryl. I seen her trying to talk about her life, so I said, well, maybe you could come on the Brown's Neighborhood podcast and really talk about it. Because if I'm here to find out about it, then I think it's going to be a little better. That's just Brown from the Brown's Neighborhood. Cheryl, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You nervous for being on the Brown's Neighborhood podcast?
Yeah,
Just settle in.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath, because we're going deep, you know.
Thank you for having me.
Whenever I get a young lady on the show, I get excited because I want to know about, her life. And I'm going to try to move through your life kind of fast to get you to your grown-up stage. But people might want to know where you come from. You was born in Cali?
Yeah.
You was born in California?
Born in
East side or west side? You east side?
East of 110.
Well, you sure looking like you come out of Beverly Hills.
Okay, well, just
Hey,
because
look
you're from
at
the east
boy,
side.
I thought I had a movie star up in here. Hey, I thought I had a movie star. You got on gold. You know, them the kind of suits the rich people wear. You know that, Sean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you.
You don't have to look like what
No, you don't have to, So tell me, what part of town did you grow up in?
Initially, like on 70th and Central. I went to Marymount. Moved.
On 70th and Central?
Yes.
You deep in the ghetto?
Deep in the ghetto.
What? Down there, almost by where I lived. I live on the 85th Street. You grew up on 70th and Central.
Yeah, till I was maybe like six or seven, and then we moved. We relocated to 76th.
Why you didn't go to Palmolive?
Marymount was the...
Marymount was close.
Was
70th.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, 70th. That's across Florence.
Yes.
Yeah. So you went to Marymount.
Yes.
You graduated from Marymount?
I did.
You know anybody from Marymount now?
Terry, my best friend Terry, she went to Marymount with me. I believe Rodney Burnell went to Marymount.
Yeah, I know Rodney Burnell.
Oh, do you know Rodney? Okay. Yeah.
Is that it?
Off the top of my head.
Any other person that went to Marymount with you besides Terry and Rodney?
Vanessa Anderson. There's a few, but right off the top of my head, yeah, there's a few. Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Were you pretty good over there at Marymount?
Yeah, young child. Yes.
Young child. Mm-hmm. So girls don't get into stuff like boys do?
Correct.
They don't?
They don't. No, they don't.
Growing up on the east side, the girls didn't get into nothing?
We were into mud pies and, playing jacks.
Well, I see how you look today. But I want you to take yourself back,
That's a little later. You got to come up. I was still heavily influenced by my parents at the time. You become a little current and you'll.
So you graduated, you didn't get in no trouble in elementary?
No, not in elementary.
Boys was no interest to you?
No, not in elementary.
No?
No.
Boy, girls was liking boys back then. You didn't do that box where they say, I like you, box yes, a box no. You didn't do none of that?
I can't say that I didn't receive any. I didn't give any, but,
Is that right?
I wasn't interested. My check was no at that time.
And so now, if you went to Marymount, you went to Edison.
Correct.
Because they almost right around the corner, down the street.
Right around the corner.
You went to Edison? Mm-hmm. Good student?
Yeah.
Because, I can see talking to you now, you ain't never did nothing wrong. Hold on, I'm the host. I'm the host of Brown Neighborhood. You ain't did nothing in junior high.
You didn't ask me that. You asked me did I do anything, and you said...
So now you in junior high. You ever ditched in junior high?
Absolutely.
Edison?
Yes.
They ain't got nowhere to hide at Edison. I done been around Edison. They ain't nowhere you ain't got but one building.
So you asked me if I ditched. I tell you I did. And now you're going to question me. I did.
I'm sorry. I just know Edison. I got a lot of friends over at Edison. And so... You say you did. You get any boyfriends over there, Dennis?
No.
You don't remember talking to not one boy?
Talking to boys and dating. I didn't date anyone. No, I wasn't into boys at that time. No, I was into me and my friends.
7th, 8th, and 9th.
I didn't date or talk to anyone at Edison. No.
Well, let me ask. Did you get in any trouble?
Yes, I did.
What kind of trouble you got into?
I was suspended for twice. I was suspended twice. Once for being off campus, ditching, and then the other was, and seriously, I was innocent in this, but it didn't look well. But
it wasn't well.
No, it didn't look well, but so I can understand how the teacher was. You know how when you're younger, boys chase girls, and so I ran into the restroom.
What was it?
I'm telling you, I was running, and a boy was chasing me, and I was running. I ran into the restroom, and he ran behind me. And at that particular moment, a teacher came in, and then I got suspended for being in the bathroom with a boy. But that was just by fluke.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You were in junior high.
I take that back. That was elementary. So I did that. I misspoke. That was in elementary. That little run in the bathroom thing was in elementary. So I did get in trouble in elementary.
And so I'm going to ask this one more question. You didn't talk to no boy in junior high.
At Edison, no.
It's just...
I had neighborhood crushes and things like that, but no one at the school.
I'm just imagining. I done went to the 7th grade, 8th grade, and the 9th, and I ain't never had a boy.
Correct.
You never had a boyfriend from kindergarten to the 9th grade.
Correct.
Wasn't nothing fast about you.
No.
Well, most of the time when people say that, they not telling the truth. But we gonna get you to high school because you ain't did nothing. You got suspended one time.
Twice.
What was the second time for?
Being off campus, ditching.
That's one.
And then the first one was run in the bathroom.
That was elementary.
Yes. So that's two.
Oh, so you said one in elementary, one in junior high.
Yes.
So now you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
What high school you went to?
Fremont. We moved from 70th and Central, and we moved to 76th Place between Avalon and Stanford, right at the back gate of the football field of Fremont.
So before I go to asking any questions, did you do anything in high school?
Anything as in?
I mean, because right now you living a perfect life.
No, everyone is not bad. I mean, I ditched in high school, yes. I smoked weed in high school, yes.
Everybody's not bad.
Right.
But everybody get in this little something.
I did not get suspended from high school.
You got to high school. You're in the 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
You meet any boys then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you finally start to talk to boys?
Yes.
In the 10th?
No, right around about the 8th grade.
You told me you wasn't talking to boys in junior high.
That's not what I said. I said I didn't talk to anyone at Edison. I said I had some neighborhood crushes.
Oh, and they went to a different school?
Yes.
Oh, well, let's just talk about them then. We got to rewind.
We can fast forward.
What boy you talked to? What school he went to?
I don't remember.
Boy, we got a squeaky clean one here. But we going to get on to high school. You're in the 10th grade. Mm-hmm. You get in any drill teams, anything like that?
Yes, I'm in my 11th grade year.
In the 10th grade, you just school only?
I'm just trying to find my way around high school. Just trying to, get acclimated and, find my way around.
Were you fairly a good student?
Yeah, I wasn't like, any honors program or anything like that. But, I had passing grades, yeah.
You passed?
I had trouble getting to first period, because we were right down the street from the school. So I was always late for school. Late or missed first period, but,
You lived down the street from the school?
Yes.
And you was late every day?
Pretty much.
That's different. For a young lady. Well, we're going to go ahead and move forward.
I'm still late everywhere I go today, so it's just a behavioral problem.
So now you in the 11th grade. You didn't do nothing in the 10th grade. Did you go to any football and basketball games when you were in the 10th?
Yeah, a lot of my life, the things that I did, the activities I did were not necessarily rooted with the school. A lot of it was out of the school, so I was in drill team, like community drill teams and things like that. So we did the Watts Parade and all of that around that age. I would say maybe like from 9th to the 10th. And then I took interest in drill team in the 11th, and I was just a regular, a member of the drill team by the time we then did all the parades and all those things that you do with the drill team. And then my 12th grade year, I was the drill team captain. And then,
Drill team captain at Fremont?
Yes.
You was a drill team captain.
Yes.
But we're going to go back to the 10th. You in the 10th? You meet any new friends besides Terry? Because that seemed like you only had...
Yeah, I have a lot of friends. I met a lot of friends, all of the people from drill team. That's mainly my circle of friends now. Those friends that I met in high school, and I still have a few friends coming up from elementary.
So just want to get you through high school, then we're going to get you on into your life growing up. 11th grade, did you go to any sports or dances or anything?
Every dance,
In the 10th grade?
maybe the latter part of the 10th grade, maybe like the second semester or whatever, yeah. But after then, I started
Once
to
you got
blossom and I
in
got
11th?
interested in high school and started, hitting some corners and doing some things. And so I was at every
Do
dance.
you remember what dance you went to?
If it was, wherever it was, neighborhood parties, I was there. That was my thing. I had a party bug.
Did you go to the school dances like the Christmas, whatever?
Yeah, in the gymnasium, yeah, all of them.
I'm talking about them dances that they would give where we get dressed up and go to a dance
Yes,
outside of the school.
yes, and I still have pictures. Yeah, absolutely.
You did?
Yes,
You went to after proms?
I did.
You went in like what grade? Only the 12th grade?
No, 11th grade, I went.
You went to the after prom in 11th
I
grade?
think I just went to the homecoming dance and the after. I don't think I went to the after prom in 11th
No,
grade.
that was for really, people that's really.
You went to Fremont, right?
Yeah.
You don't remember me?
No.
Okay, and I don't remember you, so
I don't know, not at all.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, did you go to the after prom dances?
I don't remember about the
Those
11th
was
grade,
really
honestly.
late, dude. That was for you see after prom, not the prom.
Are you
after prom.
insinuating I was like homie at the time? No, and I may have been, truth be told.
Were you kind of homie though?
No, see, the thing about me is I have an older sister. So when I'm 16, she's 18. So I'm hanging with her. So when you were just at the after prom, I probably was at the club or something. So my life was a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, you might be right. I wasn't at the club at 16.
So we were doing a little bit of different things, and I wasn't fast,
At
but we
16?
did. I love to dance. I like to party. So
How do you know you wasn't fast? You could have been fast. You was out at the party.
by my standards of fast, I wasn't. I was just doing my
So
thing.
did you get a boyfriend in the 11th grade?
The summer between the 11th and 12th grade.
Did he go to Fremont?
No, he did not.
You never dated a boy went to Fremont.
Not officially, no.
Never had a man from Fremont.
No, sir.
They didn't qualify?
It's not that. It's just, I didn't.
I mean, I have to ask you.
I talked to a couple of people, but we didn't get into an official relationship or anything like that. But, I did have friends that I talked to. Yeah, but,
Do you remember a name?
I do, but they will remain nameless.
Okay. Well, we wanted to know.
A little tea.
She said she not dated, but really never dated nobody from Fremont. I mean, were you popular?
I wouldn't say I was on the popular list, but I was known enough. I was well
Well, I
known.
mean, if you went there for 3 years, somebody got to
Exactly. I mean, I'm drill team captain, so I'm.
Were you
been out.
hanging with the hip folks? They had some people that was hip. You don't know.
I don't know.
Hold on. Burl, leave that alone. When you start playing with the time clock, it's going to go up. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Can we keep it real on the show?
I am keeping it real.
I'm not being aggressive. I'm not trying to attack. I'm just saying, can we keep it real?
Absolutely. That's why I'm
So
here.
you got a boyfriend in school, but it wasn't from Fremont.
Correct.
How old were you when you got your first boyfriend?
What are you, 16? 16 maybe? Between 11th and 12th, I think you're 16? Yeah.
I don't know. This is me trying to find out what you started doing. Because if they look at it now, you ain't did nothing. Did you grow up? You grow up on Central.
Right.
Did you ever go to a park or anything?
No, my parents were kind of strict. So we weren't allowed to just roam the neighborhood, right?
Okay, let me ask one other question. Did you ever get to even go to the swimming pool?
Absolutely, yeah. The Bethune Park, went there all the time. That's where I kind of learned to swim a little bit, yeah.
Oh, you went to Bethune Park.
But my mother was there with me, so we weren't. She didn't just say go down to the park.
And so now you did get a boyfriend around 16. Mm-hmm. Still getting pretty good grades in school. Mm-hmm. Right?
Correct.
So now you get about 17. You still with the same little old boy?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're head of the drill team.
Yes.
Do the drill team do any dancing?
Yes.
They dancing and marching. They wear a uniform. So you had on the drill team uniform?
Yes. What's so funny about that? Yes.
No, I'm
The boots with the tassel, the whole. Yeah.
because I just know that when, the girls were stepping back when, but I was, playing and, they be stepping. Were you stepping?
Yes, sir.
What?
If you're the leader, you have to,
Lord
be an example
heavens.
for your.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. You shy?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yes, I am shy.
When did you realize you were shy?
I've been like that all my life. I mean, it's just, when I get comfortable, then, I open up a little bit, but initially I am.
You're a shy lady, kinda? Mm-hmm. Are you shy right now?
No, just a little reserved, just trying
a little reserved. Shake it off, because I want you to wake the hell up. You acting like we in the library. They done told you to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I know you can't be that quiet. That you grew up. You started dating, 16. Get to the 12th grade. You still dating the same boy. How old were you when you had your first child?
18.
So you finally learned about that. Because you act like you never knew what that was.
We never talked about that.
So this is what I want to do.
Okay.
How old were you when you had your baby?
I was 18 when I had my son.
So you got pregnant at 17.
I graduated in June. July, I was pregnant.
You got pregnant at 17.
I did.
So you was having sex, because this whole thing with you is like I ain't did nothing in life. You feel me? So I want to just make it on the record. You wasn't shy on your own time.
On my own terms.
Yeah. Help me.
Yes.
I'm just the host. So you had your first child at 18. You would graduate. Now you done graduated, got your diploma. Did you go to college?
Yes, I started out. Yeah, I didn't graduate from college, but I did because of my son. I didn't finish.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what was your first job out of high school?
I worked at Sears, the one that was right on Inglewood.
It was a Sears in Inglewood?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Only Sears I know about is over there in East L.A. on Soto or Olympia.
Well, I worked there too, but that was like a little in-between summer job. But my real first legit job was at Sears. It was a store in Inglewood. Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. So now you're growing up and everything. How long did you work at Sears?
5 years.
Oh, so when you got somewhere, you were stable for a minute.
Yes.
Did your big sister teach you anything? Say you ran with her.
Yeah, she told me a lot about life.
What she told you?
She how to party. No. She
I believe that.
No.
Anytime you let it come out your mouth, it's true. Was she partying?
Well, yeah, especially at that time. Now I'm out of high school, so things kind of changed a little bit. I'm older. I can go. I'm free to do what I want to do. I have a car. You have money.
How old were you when you got your first car?
My grandfather gifted me my car, so I had the car right out of high school.
Right out of high school? Mm-hmm. Were you mature at that age or what?
Yeah, I was a mother by that time. Yeah, that'll grow you up really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who helped you raise that child?
My mother.
Your mother helped you?
And the father was present. We were together for like 11 years. We separated after 11 years, so I didn't raise him by myself.
Oh, okay. So from that 17, 18 on up to you and
about 27, 28. Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now you have a child. You're working at Sears. Did you know what you want to do with your life, or did you just think you was gonna be at Sears for the?
Oh no, absolutely not. It was always had been my ambition to become an attorney. I mean, I did start school on that path, but then with my son, then I transferred over to the bank and I started working at Bank of America. And
how did you get in Bank of?
I just put in an application. Help me.
What I mean, you just see Bank of America and you just.
I just knew I needed to do better. I just knew Sears wasn't going to do it for me. I just knew that wasn't what my life was destined to be, and so I wanted to choose something that had a better.
You went in and asked for application.
Yeah, I did.
So they don't do it like that today.
No.
Where you can
They're
just
not
go
going
in
there
the
asking for
bank.
application. No. Mm-mm.
Well, how would somebody do it today?
Online.
They're going online. I'm going to work for Bank of America and put in the application.
Mm-hmm.
Did they train you? Well, I had to train.
Yeah, I went to what was called teller school. I started out as a teller.
Oh, you did?
I worked over in Washington and Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah. So now you're over at Bank of America. You're a teller now.
Mm-hmm.
You got a child. How long did you stay at the bank?
27.
So you did 27 years at the bank. Mm-hmm. So how did you move up in the bank?
I went from teller, then like through customer service. Then I became like a customer service manager of operations. Left the banking center, and then went to fraud. I started working a little bit in fraud, and stepped down from management because at that time I wasn't sure if I wanted to be a leader anymore. I just wanted to kind of pursue my own goals, and then I decided leadership was really for me, so I stepped back into it.
So your shyness was wearing off, because how you gonna lead somebody and you're shy?
Well, the shyness only comes in when I'm in a setting with people, just on a personal basis. But when it comes to, job and working career-wise, I'm very determined. I'm very, not aggressive, but assertive. And I know what I want. And I've been told that I'm a very good leader. So, when you find your niche, you just kind of soar in it. And that's what I did with the bank. And that's kind of what the mistake that I made is I let the money stop me from pursuing my heart's passion, which was law. That's one of my biggest regrets.
So the money did what?
It stopped me. I took the money over my passion because I had my son and I wanted to make sure that he had everything he needed. So the money was coming. It was coming fast and it was coming large. And so I stayed on that path and I didn't pursue my dream of becoming an attorney. And that's one of my biggest life regrets.
So what position that you got into that you started making better money? What was that position?
It's when I stepped into management, but towards the latter part of my career, when I was a senior operations manager, I had offshore teams. I managed probably about 6 or 7 different units.
So you learned banking real good. So you got into banking? You know anybody else in the banking?
Oh yeah, I have a couple of good friends that I still maintain relationships.
When you were young, did you know anybody else in banking?
No. Mm-mm.
You were the only person in banking.
Well, in my immediate family, maybe I can't say I didn't know anyone.
Anybody, family, friends?
I don't understand what your question.
You the only person in banking that you know. All right, you thinking about it too hard. Let's move on to the next question, because a lot of times when people take a long time to answer, they think like, what is that, a trick question or something?
No, I don't think it's a true question. I just don't understand you saying I didn't know anyone else in banking. Everybody that I work with was in banking, so I knew a handful of people in banking. Are you trying to say, did someone inspire me to take the banking back? No,
Did you inspire anybody else?
Absolutely.
Who did you inspire?
Everyone that I led, I have people. I'm still attached to a lot of
Did
people.
you
these days.
ever, when you learned that banking was good, did you tell anybody else about it?
I hired a few people. It was a couple of friends.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. You still know them?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So now, you're in banking, starting to learn the game of banking. Anything exciting happen while you was in banking?
As career-wise or just in general?
In general?
There was a lot of things that happened.
Well, just name a couple.
I had a second child. That was very exciting. My first marriage.
So which one was first, the second child or the marriage?
The marriage. Well, they kind of overlapped a little bit. I was pregnant, and then we got married, and then came the baby.
Wait a minute. It's starting to get a little confusing.
Okay, follow me.
You got pregnant.
Yes.
Who did you get pregnant by? Was it you got pregnant, you got married, and had the baby?
Yes.
How do that? So you was pregnant before you met your husband?
No. We were dating. I got pregnant by my husband, but we weren't married at the time. He was my boyfriend at the time, and so I married him. So there's a little gap that you missed out of this. Will make this whole thing make sense. So between high school and between my second child, I took on a real little party bug, and so not, just, doing my thing.
Right.
At this time, towards the end of it, I found God, turned my life over. But you're not perfect, and I got pregnant, and to what I thought would have the right thing to do the right thing. We got married. Yeah.
Okay. So how old were you when you found the Lord?
Well, I always knew the Lord. But when I really on my own. I'm going to say I was probably 30. Yeah, when I really decided that I would, try to
get back into the house of God.
Mm-hmm. Right. Do it right. Because I was always in the house of the Lord, but, it wasn't.
On a consistent basis.
No, I was in there consistently.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, but, it's your mind, your mindset.
You was in there consistently and you still went and had that baby?
I feel judged.
I mean, oh, Lord. You married him.
I did.
Okay. So you get married. Whole new beginning when you say I do.
Correct.
Where were you living at that time?
In Paramount.
Oh, you was in Paramount?
Yeah.
You was in Paramount when you got married. Mm. And then you got married. You come to happily ever after. Raising your child. You're married now. Mm-hmm. How was marriage life for you?
Good enough to last for about 6 months.
6 months? And then y'all got divorced? Why you divorced that man?
So when you marry for the wrong reasons.
What reason did you get married for?
Because I was pregnant.
That was it?
That was it. I loved him, but it was...
Were you loved him, or were you in love?
At the time, I thought I was.
You did?
No, I did.
So you went on and said, let's get married.
He said, let's get married. And I said...
6 months later.
When you get married for the wrong reasons, when you don't do things the right way.
You were working at the bank, doing good?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Was he working?
Yes.
So y'all both was working?
Yes.
So what was the problem? Can you keep it real?
I could keep it real. There was jealousy. He had a jealous spirit.
But what was he jealous of his wife for?
If I had the answer, maybe,
How did you know he was jealous? This is
accusations.
This is now when I said chiming in with Cheryl. You know when you had that show I seen you on? Chime in. I'm trying to chime in with her.
All right.
So why was he jealous of you?
It had nothing to do with me. Sometimes people carry things on their own.
Because 6 months ain't very long.
No, it's not. And to be perfectly honest, when you see red flags, you should pay attention to them. And so when you see the...
Do you know what red flags you seen?
I do know. I saw signs of jealousy.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was it.
That's the only thing made you get divorced. It's just jealous.
Yeah, but it escalates. So when you start out, people show you who they want you to see, and you can't always
But you don't
hide
know
everything.
what he was jealous of?
It was something in him. It wasn't me. When a person had...
I know, but see,
and I don't want to run anyone down, because
No,
that is
run
my
it down.
daughter's father. So
No, but I'm just saying, a lot of times, is it jealous because now you're moving up in the bank?
Oh no, it had nothing to do. It was personal. It was personal. He was accusing me of being with other men or wanting
he was
other men.
accusing you of cheating.
Of cheating, jealousy like that, right? I could just be sitting somewhere and I'm looking. If I'm sitting here looking at you, then I would get questioned. Why are you looking at him? I'm like, because he's the host and I have to look at him.
Oh, stuff like that.
Like that kind of stuff.
Okay. Wow.
But again, I don't want to run it because that is my son's father, my daughter's father.
We're going to move on. But I'm like, what is this man so jealous of?
Right.
So now, 6 months later, you say, let's...
We separate. We separate and go our separate ways. In total, we were married for legally, for maybe a year or so, maybe a year and a half. Yeah. Okay. But I go on about my life, raise my daughter.
Moving on and growing in life. Mm-hmm. What was next for sure?
It was all about my career. I met my husband that I'm currently married to now.
So you fell in love again?
This time I was in love, truly in love.
You was truly in love. Mm-hmm. And you got married.
Mm-hmm. I did.
For all the right reasons?
For all the right reasons.
I don't want to say too much because then me saying Brown and probed into my business.
You're fine. Pump your brakes when you need to. Ask someone. Go ahead and ask any questions.
So you got married?
I did. We dated for 7 years.
Where did you meet this man?
At the bank.
Oh, so you met him at the bank. Mm-hmm. Was you his boss?
No.
Wasn't one of those Obama type things where,
No.
You working for me. And,
Do what I say do? No. No, no,
what
no.
one of them things?
No, sir. No.
Well, who was in the higher position?
I was.
So you know what people say.
No, it wasn't
I'm
about.
just saying. But you gotta understand. You on Brown Neighborhood Podcast, so he got to ask the question. You say you was in a higher position, so you know.
At this point in my life, I had been
So
divorced.
he been watching you.
No.
You was watching him.
No.
Somebody had to be watching somebody.
Saw. So I relocated to the building where I met him. And when I walked into the department that I was going to manage at the time, he was across.
He said, "That's my wife."
That's exactly what he said. That's going to be my wife. And so the pursuit started.
Yeah. Okay. So it was everybody's happy. Cheryl's moving up in the world. She done met her husband again. Happily ever after, right?
For 25 years, yeah. And happily after ever came crashing in.
I don't want to go to digging into nothing, but you know, time moving on. You married. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, you was talking about a tragedy. And how did that clear?
There's still a lot of things about my son's death that I don't know. And I know that sounds very weird because the way
Tell me a little, not about the death part, but can you describe a little bit about your son before all of that? I don't know if I said the wrong thing.
Because my son was, like I said, I was young when I had him, and he was my everything. My children were my everything. We grew up together, and I was his overseer, and then he grew up, you know, to be such a strong, smart young man, and then he started being my protector. The relationship just kind of turned, and we were extremely, extremely close. He has 2 children. He was married. He had a wife named Trista. I have 2 grandchildren. Sophia, she's 13. Kenny the third is 4.
Well, we had to let Cheryl get a napkin because things got a little touchy. So your son had a couple of children.
Yeah, he was a boy and a girl. He graduated. He did go to college. He graduated with his associates. He graduated from Cerritos College, and he was, at the time of his death, he was working on his bachelor's. And he had just progressed up through FedEx. He was I guess you call it I don't know what you call it. He was a manager at FedEx, like a hub manager at FedEx. So he had advanced. He had just stepped into his first role. So he was doing really well in his career. Good guy, heart of gold, you know. And
where was he living at this time?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield?
Mm-hmm. He really located to Bakersfield for career reasons. It was easier to move up into management tight. The competition was a little tight here.
Did you see any of this coming? You know, not coming where death, but anything changing?
Well, he was going through a divorce at the time.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he, the stresses of divorce and, life. And he was relocating. My daughter, my two children were living together in Bakersfield. So my daughter, she left Palmdale and went to live with my son.
Oh,
and
okay.
And that's just the kind of person when she was having difficulties in Palmdale, just kind of felt boxed in because it was kind of a small town and she didn't feel like she could progress in her career. So I called him one day and I was like, hey, we got a problem. And I told him, and he was like, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm acting like that's your daughter. He was like, no, we have a problem. Give her to me. Bring her to me and I'll take her. And she was 18 at the time. So he moved out because Bakersfield had her come and stay with him. And
I just had to ask questions because I'm a question man. How was your daughter and your new husband getting along?
Very well. He has been with her since she was 4. Mm-hmm. So they kind of.
But when a kid get grown,
they were fine.
Okay.
They were fine.
Just asked. So she went on up to Baker. Now she was in Bakersfield. And did it happen while she was, living with him?
No, yes. He was on the transition from moving from his family home to them getting a place together, mm-hmm. and then him moving out, starting another life with a girlfriend. So he was in the transition in between when it happened, but yes. So
when this happened, it was just a shock to the family.
Yeah, just received a call and just say, Kenny's down. And what do you mean? And I had to go to Bakersfield. He was in ICU.
So how have Cheryl been handling things once this happened?
It's been a long journey. Just one day at a time, just really trying to pick up the pieces because your whole life shatters. You change, I changed. My family dynamic changed. does. So you have to get used to it.
So who was your support? You say you had a sister. You have a sister. Who was starting to support in this time of grieving?
Well, it wasn't just one person.
It was a lot of.
I had a lot of people. It was my daughter, number one, my husband, my sister, my nieces, my nephews, my spiritual family, friends, strangers. I would just get messages from strangers, people I've never talked to, just once. I've never talked to them again. Just a few people at church just kind of stepped up and took a personal interest in me, so kind of guided me through. And therapy.
So you did seek therapy.
I did.
So how were you handling this? Did it? You were working at the time.
Yes.
So how was you handling this? Working, trying to manage home, and all of that. How did you do all of that?
I didn't. I did a very poor job. My anxiety was like really bad. I couldn't even like go outside. Like I would attempt to go outside because I didn't want to take the medication because I actually had to see a psychiatrist. And she
Well, this was a big effect.
It was big. It was big. And so she wanted to give me all the medicines or whatever, and I didn't want to take the medication.
What made you go see the psychiatrist?
My primary care doctor was like, I need you to talk to someone, So that was the path to recovery. Yes,
Okay, so you didn't take the medication.
So it caused me to have really bad anxiety. When I would step outside, I would just start to cry because I would wonder, how could the world be going on and my son is gone? Like I couldn't imagine life going forward. And when I saw everyone else just living normal, it just had a negative effect on me. So I just would cry, and my husband would have to take me back home.
So how you gonna work under that kind of condition?
Well, I did, and eventually, right after his death, I was out for 3 months. I took 3 months off, and just to kind of get myself together. That's when the depression and everything, hit, and then went back to work. Needed to be off longer, but because I refused to take the medicine, they made me go back because I refused to take the medicine. They was like,
what? You don't take the medicine, you going back?
Pretty much. I guess I'm going back. So went back in May. My son passed in February. Went back to work in May. Made it to November, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And so then I quit. No plans, no job, nothing. I was like, it was all about me.
Well, how would you survive?
My husband was working at the time. We had savings, we sat down and figured out.
So at that time, your daughter was going to be living with him. So what happened with your daughter? Did she move back?
No, she moved because when I said he was starting a new relationship, and they were in the home together. So she was in the process of moving into her own apartment, and they're going to separate. They're going to still be in Bakersfield, but they were going to be in. So she moved into her place. She didn't want to come home. She wanted to tough it out. So she stayed there a year.
Wow.
She didn't want to come home. And I know now why she didn't want to come home. We, hindsight. I wanted her home because I just, you gravitate to your child. You want your child. You want to see him. You want to be around with him.
Well, why didn't she want to come home?
Because she was broken. And she knew that I couldn't handle seeing her broken.
So now, how are you handling? Take baby steps with you. How are you handling it now? That now one is in a divorce situation, that death and all of this here coming, even though it may be time, but how are you dealing? First, let me say, you start seeing a therapist. Is a therapist connected to a psychiatrist?
They're
different.
They're different. Two different people.
So since you stopped seeing, you didn't take the psych medicine, so you just said, well, I need a therapist to talk to. Or who recommended that? My
primary care physician, he was like, just keep talking to a therapist, find your therapist. I'm trying to think. Some of my memory is still a little locked up, so let me think. I was already talking to the therapist.
Okay, let's move on.
Over
so let's say this. How is your health doing?
Good now.
It's good now, okay. Because health is important. A lot of times when you stressing and going through a lot, it can make things happen,
I did have some health challenges. I did, but it's all good now.
It's good now? So you in a divorce. We done already talked about a lot. What made Cheryl get divorced?
People change.
So you changed?
I changed, he changed.
You changed more.
You said, did you say who changed more?
You know. Because he didn't divorce you. You divorcing him, I would believe.
That is true. That is.
What made you want to divorce the man of your life?
He wasn't the same person that I married.
He changed. Why you didn't talk to him about it?
We did. We actually went to marriage counseling.
Oh, you went to marriage counseling. Did it help?
No, no,
Counseling couldn't help?
no.
You know me, I don't want to be digging into nothing. And I still got to have, did he have a drug problem? What kind of problem he had then?
He didn't have a problem. We just grew.
A health problem?
No, that
You
had
know, well, these women leave men behind health problems now.
no. It had nothing to do with that. Just over time, I ended up.
It has to be something.
We weren't on the same page, and you know, people change, and they do say sometimes. And I'm not saying that's the only reason. There are some things that's just going to remain private. But I think that the death of my son had something to do with it. A lot to do with it.
Oh, okay.
People do change. Death changes you, and married people.
So what you're saying is maybe death opened your eyes to see, you know, not like clearly, but to see other things.
Yes.
Maybe, you know. So now that you down, you know, not working, how supportive was he?
When I wasn't working,
Yeah. Somebody got to be supportive of you.
he was
ain't
very
working.
supportive. He was
Oh,
very,
what? He was holding it down, just the way you wanted him
We
to.
stuck to the plan that we originally had. We stuck to the plan.
Well, if a man hold you down through all of that, what's gonna make you wanna? He holding you down. You ain't working. You quit your job or take away from it, and you gonna let him go?
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm not gonna run anyone down. I wasn't perfect.
So that would be bashing. Oh, you wasn't perfect. Oh, you wasn't perfect.
You're not gonna. Wait a minute. We're not gonna pin this on me. But what I'm saying is, I'm not here to
I
run.
ain't said pin that on you.
That's what we're not gonna do.
Wait a minute.
That's what we're not gonna do.
You said, I mean, you know, was it you?
No.
I
The
wanna
divorce
look
papers
in-
say
hold on,
irreconcilable differences.
What that mean?
We couldn't figure it out.
Wait a minute. Y'all couldn't figure it out.
Right.
In
There was some mistakes that were made. There were some things that were said. There was incidents that happened. There was a lot of things
Okay.
that transpired that at the end of the day, it's better that we go our separate ways.
Okay. Well, at least you gave me something.
Yeah.
Something transpired. Something happened. This, or that.
You know,
Because you were just gonna make me just be in a blank.
I mean, you know, it's the what happened is was not the most important thing. The most important thing is that, you know,
Hey,
a
look
failed
at
marriage.
me. You gotta have you looking down, and people
I'm
gonna
just
think you
thinking.
lying.
I'm not lying. I'm just thinking.
Oh, you
The most important thing is that we're here now. We had to separate after 25 years. We had a good run. I won't run my first husband down. I won't run him down. Two people at the end of the day. We're better separate. I've forgiven. He's forgiven.
Well, that's the most important
That's
thing.
the most
is
important thing.
that you can forgive in these kind of situations and move forward with your life. Now that you moving forward and trying to figure these things out, you gotta get a job. You working?
Yes, I was off for about 2.5 years. I just started my new job back in
How
October.
you survive being off 2.5 years?
Savings. Savings. You know, I was working before, making good money. You know, planned
So
well,
you was
budgeted
making
well.
good money.
Planned well, budgeted well.
You were making good money. You know, don't tell the Brown Neighborhood podcast that he's so crazy. He'll go and say, "Well, what is good money?"
It was enough to survive off of for 2.5 years.
All right. You know, I still have to. You know, hey, after you come up in here with these fly suits, you know.
And I did have a bit. I still have a business, so I had a side business that I run as well. So that attributed to, you know, our.
Well, let me
monthly
ask you a question.
expenses.
Is this the way you looking every day, or you just done that to come on the podcast?
Well, I work from home, so this is not the way that I look every day. But when I go out and I step out of the house, this is the way that I pull myself together after all that I've been through.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, you looking like you're a movie star.
Thank you.
You know. So what kind of what kind of work you doing?
I work for, well, I don't think I should say the name of the company. I'm in healthcare.
Work for healthcare. So that you know, how long you've been off for 2.5 years, you know, you get older, it get hard to find a job.
It was hard. It was 2.5 years. It took me 2.5. I started looking for a job probably about a year after I took my sabbatical, my personal little sabbatical.
Why you keep slapping your hands on my show?
Because I talk with my hands.
I'm like, man, what's going on? You nervous or something? Keep popping your hands in here?
I talk with my hands. I'm very animated, if you will.
Okay, yeah. Because the people gonna see you.
And if anyone,
I'm just saying.
if you know, if you know, you know.
You know.
If you know, you know.
All right. So now, back working. How is your daughter back home?
Yeah, my daughter moved back.
And how's she doing?
She's doing great. She's doing actually very well. We're both doing very, very. After a long, hard season, we're doing very, very well. Mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, everything's going up. We're doing very well.
Wow. Well, don't say financially, because you know a man look at this show, boy, he'd be like...
It's not like that, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, look here, I'm just telling you.
Financially, I can take care of myself. Now
Right.
that I'm single, I can take care of myself. And I'm looking forward to taking that same drive that I had in my youth now and applying it to this arena.
But tell me, what's ahead for you? What are you into now? Is that it?
No, but I am the priority. I'm launching a new career.
What is that?
That's in healthcare. This is my first time working in healthcare, so it's all new to me. So it's a challenge. So I find that very exciting.
Why you didn't go back to what you know?
I was burnt out. I didn't want to bring in this new era. I didn't want over anything that was old. I wanted a fresh start, a fresh new start.
So banking would have...
It was just, I could do banking with my eyes closed. I've done it for so long. I've worked in so many different areas, and it was no longer a challenge to me. I was good at it, but just because you're good doesn't necessarily mean.
Well, what were you good at in the banking business?
Leadership, just understanding banking, business, what it took to run in teams. I'm Six Sigma certified, so I'm a process
You
improvement.
what?
Six Sigma certified, so
What is that?
That's process improvement. So I know I'm very good at improving processes, taking out waste from processes, reinventing, implementing.
So you learned all of this without education?
College education.
Well, we know you got street education, but you kept that a secret. But we just want the people to know you can still be great even if you don't get the college degree.
That's correct.
But the first thing, you got to get in.
That's correct.
And then you got to want to work your way up. No, that's just why I want to, sometimes people need to see that and know that, hey, she done well, made a decent living. And I'm not saying don't go to school, but she did it without the degree, you know what I'm saying? But, if you're educated enough to get it. But still know that if that don't happen.
See, that's why I kind of have a difference of opinion there, and not because that's the route that I took, but I just feel like you should really chase after your purpose, and that's where you'll find your most happiness. And I'm not saying, because everybody's not college material. Some people are maybe just need a certificate. Some people maybe just need a trade degree or whatever. Mm-hmm. But if it's your passion, once you touch it, then you're going to find yourself in the arena with people like you, and you're going to thrive and you're going to grow from them. If you're a good student and you want to go the master route, you want to sit behind the desk, you want to be a counselor or a psychologist or something like that, where you need that paper, by all means get it. But if you find that that's not the route you want to go, don't do it. Even with my children, I had to go back because I felt like I had given my kids a false reality. I sold them the American dream. You go to school, you get your degree, you get a house with the white picket fence, you get the dog, you get the husband, you have the children, and all you're gonna do is find yourself in a little rat wheel, running around and around and around, paying bills, and you never fulfill your purpose. So you
fulfilled the American dream, the dog, the husband,
I did all that.
The house.
Still was looking for So I had to go back to my children and say, I got it wrong.
So why do you do this thing, the chime in with Cheryl thing?
Because of those reasons. Because I feel like I've been through a lot, not just with the death, not just with the divorce.
What you been through then?
I have single parenting, coming up through the ranks on your own, Black woman in the world that doesn't look like you.
So let's just say it like this here. You sitting there, we not finna rehearse the chime in with Cheryl. And Cheryl say something to the people like she would be doing if she was on the Chime In with Cheryl, you know, because the cameras.
Something. Okay. As a matter of fact, can I? So chime in with Cheryl.
You want to read something?
I do. In all of this, I have tapped into a gift that I am trying to perfect,
What is that?
and that's kind of like I have a little ability to write a little poetry, a little poet kind of flow going
Oh,
with me.
now you want to get on here reading poetry.
It's very short, but we can
Well,
skip
go
over it.
ahead. Go ahead. No, this is the Brown Neighborhood Podcast.
I thought it was your show. We could do what we wanted to do.
No, you can't do what you want to do on my show.
I said you.
Oh yeah, I could do. Yeah. So we gonna hear you out.
Well, if I can find it, are there any
Oh, now
other
you gotta
questions
find it.
that you want to ask me in the meantime?
I got more questions.
I can multitask. It's a part of it.
Let's read it.
I'm looking. Are you going to be able to cut this dead air out?
Huh?
Are you going to be able to cut this dead air out? I'm sorry, I meant to put.
No,
I
this
meant to
part of
put
the video you
okay,
talking.
I have it. So this is very personal, and it's about me. And it was one day when I was sitting
who
there.
else would it be about?
I have several writings about several different people.
Oh, you do?
I do,
Why you write about them people?
because it's what it's my heart.
Well, can you give me a few names of the people you done wrote? Is a secret?
No, it's not a secret. They'll be published.
Oh, so you don't want to give no names.
Not at this moment.
But how many people have you wrote about?
Probably about
If
4.
you keep smacking on my show, you know, I've had to, you about to do it again.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to not say anything smart.
Well, that lets you know right there.
What?
Go ahead and read the thing.
So this is really personal, and this is one day I was sitting, and after it was all said and done, I was home alone.
But you mean all said and done with
The
what?
marriage was over, the career was over, my son was buried. When it was all said and done, this is one of the first writings that I wrote to myself, and it was encouraged. It was my therapist asked me to write a letter to myself in an effort to just kind of say, where do you want to go from here?
Can I ask a question? Mm-hmm. Are you still seeing your therapist?
Yes, on like a check-in. Yeah, we're monthly. I see her now. Before it was weekly.
So would you tell anybody if they have things that they really want to talk about and have nobody to talk about it with, should they seek a therapist?
Absolutely. I know in our culture and community, therapists they're frowned upon because it makes you seem like you're weak. But outside of everything, and earlier I couldn't really remember what I was saying what took me to the therapist initially, but she helped me with ageism, getting older as a woman, just trying to move gracefully into that arena. She walked me through that. I had questions, I had doubts. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you don't see that young, vibrant girl anymore. You see the age, and if you don't get a hold of it, if you don't, get the right mindset, get a grasp on it, it could really play with your self-esteem. So that kind of rolls into Chime In with Cheryl, because there are a lot of ladies who, after you have an empty nest, you're gone. Because I know when my children were gone, I poured everything and given them everything, and then when it came down to me, I was like, well, what's left for me? Because I had put myself on the back burner. So it took a lot to move myself to the front, not in a selfish manner, but just to remember who I was without the children, now that I've given them everything. And that's what Chime In with Cheryl is. It's for that lady who maybe can relate to some of the things that I've been through, or not even that, but just can see, has lost herself. And I just want to be a motivation. I just want to inspire. So if I have to be transparent.
So how often are you going to do Chime In with Cheryl?
Well, right now I'm trying to make sure I can get on a weekly schedule. And so
That's a lot.
It
Weekly.
is. And it's not just going to be on social media. It's going to evolve as the Lord opens up the doors and leads me in the way to go. It's going to evolve into
You
different
gonna start
things.
doing some therapy too?
No,
They
absolutely.
might call you, want to talk to you.
And that's okay. And I would talk to them because people do call me to talk to me.
They do?
Yeah, I get messages. And it's been that way all my life, and I've been like kind of
It's
that
been
center
that
point.
way all your life.
I've been a center point in my family, and people would gravitate to me and talk, and I would encourage them. And so that's why I know that I have what it takes to do this. And I'm not looking for success. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to make sure
You
that
looking for failure?
no, I'm not looking for failure.
So anytime you looking for...
I mean monetary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is just me being me opening up to the world.
Okay,
Me.
well, open up that letter then.
Okay, so it says, Dear Cheryl, you thought your yesterdays would water your tomorrows, but you're here now. It's tomorrow, and you don't see the harvest. It's dry, it's barren, and to be honest, it's a little scary. Cheryl, did you water the wrong garden? Did you give more than you kept? God's word told you it was better than to give than to receive. You thought the woman that Proverbs speaks about tends to her family first. You thought karma would serve you what you serve the world. How could you not have seen this coming, or did you? Now you're standing in your tomorrow, what feels like a losing hand, a wasted life, trying to figure out who you are without your son, your life partner, or your career. You made decisions that require you to put your pride aside. Now you're looking for it and it's nowhere to be found. In your nakedness, you feel exposed, ashamed, embarrassed, alone, and vulnerable in a space where you feel like you need to fight like the 30-year-old you, but you only have the strength of the 60-year-old you. You're frustrated right now because you have no desire to ignite the fight in you. It's there. I know you feel it. Is this your way of giving it all to God, understanding that the battle is not yours? In spite of it all, I'm proud of you for allowing yourself to feel the totality of the season and remaining resilient. You hear God saying everything He has for you is ahead of you, and now you can just go and stop looking back.
Very good. So a question. Now when this happened, why did you feel ashamed?
This as in okay, so when you have let me break it down for you. So when you and I'll just start with the loss of the career. You put everything in there and then one day you're just gone. So you feel like, I did all that. This is not what I planned. I never saw that coming. And then when you lose your son, then you get lost in the death. So when people saw me, the first thing they said was, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I know it was out of love and I know it was very sincere, but you no longer feel like they see you. They see the motherless person. And that's who you become, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get divorced, automatically people think you did something wrong. And when it's all said and done, you feel like you failed in a marriage. Because when you stood there at the altar, you say it's forever, no matter what. The good, the bad, richer, poorer. And then when you have to make that decision to walk away from, then you feel like a failure. And then and then when it's in your 60s, then you feel like I've given everything I had to give. And in my 60s now, I have to restart. I have to ignite, and that's what I'm saying here. I know now that I have to grind and fight like that 30-year-old Cheryl. But I'm 60. I'm 60. I'll be 62, and so it's different. But I know it's there. It's in me. But I'm gonna fight it a little bit differently. I'm gonna fight it with God, and I want to show people, if you've lost a child, if you've divorced, if you've lost a career, or whatever life had challenged you. It doesn't have to be my story, but whatever life has given you, it doesn't mean that that's who you are. Mm. And just because I'm going through a divorce, I was embarrassed. Mm. It was very hard to show up. But I'm here.
So you didn't want nobody to know that you was going through a divorce?
Initially, I did not.
Why?
It was out of just confusion. I was confused. I didn't.
Did it make you feel like you failed?
I did. I felt like I failed. I felt like maybe I wasn't good enough. I felt like maybe I had done something wrong. Maybe I didn't give enough. Maybe I didn't.
But if you know you didn't do nothing wrong and you know that they did something wrong, why would you feel like a failure? But this is what I'm saying. We got to quit living for people.
Exactly.
In life, things happen. And if it's not pleasing to what they want it to be, because it's you.
And I understand that now. But when you are in a relationship for that long, you guys become one. Mm-hmm. And so you move together. Everything you do, you move together. And so when you find yourself having to move and find yourself, by yourself, and you look back and you're like, what did I miss? Where did I fail in the vows? And I'm not blaming him and I'm not blaming me. I'm just saying it happened. You understand what I'm saying? And so and it does leave you as a woman. You may not understand it as a man, but as a woman, it does make you feel like you.
So now that has somewhat come to an end. Mm-hmm. The life that you have ahead of you now, think you ready?
For the life ahead, yeah. The question is life ready? I'm ready. I'm learning how to show up by myself, and I'm not by myself. I'm learning how to show up. I'm showing up as me. I'm showing up whole. I'm not broken. It wasn't my fault. I know that now. It wasn't. I did not fail. I did nothing wrong in any of the situations. It was life, and life just handed me these cards, and so we're gonna put those cards back on the table. We're gonna shuffle them up, and then we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna grow from here. We're gonna help from here, and we're gonna glean from here. And that's what Chime In with Cheryl is all about.
Any other business you getting into?
I'm actually starting a new business and I can freely say this one, under Legal Shield, and it's where, we help.
You can say this one?
Because it's not work related. It's not my 9 to 5, so it's different. This is my company, Legal Shield. So I am starting that new company, and it's where we protect families, with legal services, and more to come on that.
So when you gonna put it out there that this is what Cheryl does?
I just did.
Well, yeah, but you gotta put it out on your social platform.
And I'm going to. Because I have my former business they could not cross, so it took me a little time to separate those. And so now that they're separated, I can move freely. And it was a process. I had to figure some things out, what I wanted to do. Okay. So you don't just, I'm learning not to just run before, the wagon.
Well, the good thing is you're not procrastinating.
No.
You're not procrastinating, working again, discovering new businesses, the way to make, to make a living. Because people got to realize retirement is one thing, but you still got to live, When most people retire, you're not going to make the same money you was making when you was working that full-time job. Most folks still make money. You can see people today, they'll retire from one thing, but they start making money doing something they love, or like. So don't just figure I'm retiring, I ain't gonna do nothing, and you talking about all this vacationing, and that costs money, and you're making less money. How you gonna do all of that? I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying.
No, and you're right. And just because I'm 62, that was another thing I had to figure out as well. That life is not over for me just because I'm at this age. I still have all my faculties. I can outrun one of these youngsters real easy. And
well,
so,
don't go out.
Hey, you know what? I'm just telling you. What you want me to say that I'm
outrun punch you?
I'm scared. All I'm saying is I still have a lot of life ahead of me. It's not over for me.
Yes.
What I've been through doesn't define me. It's about how you take it on, how you change your mindset, and how you move forward. And that's
well, you're looking at your hair and your outfit. You ain't ready to give up.
I'm not. Absolutely not.
You come up in here looking fly.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you one of them 45-year-old women or something. But I don't know.
That's just your opinion, right?
Yeah, well,
the Brown's Neighborhood opinion.
Brown's Neighborhood Podcast, I tell you, they keep it real on the Brown Neighborhood. One I want to say is thank you for coming on the Brown's Neighborhood Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I'm blessed to have, these ladies coming on. We had a young lady come on last week or two, and I'm thanking God for that. I thank God. This is. I'm just the host. This God is running everything, So I gotta try to act right and do right and all that other stuff. So we gonna get out of here.
Thank you,
Cheryl. Thank you for coming and speaking. You ain't nervous? Your little leg is just moving over there.
It's what I do.
It's what you do?
It's what I do.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
well, I know we went to school together. I know, we didn't know each other then, but thank you for inviting me, and I'm glad that,
if you went to Fremont, you was, where you was.
Maybe it was you. Why would it have to be me?
No, I was all over. The time I was there, I was all over. Where did you hang out at? In the lunch area?
The lunch area, in the quad, everywhere. I was everywhere.
Trust me, you was not everywhere. But
just because you didn't know me.
Man, look here, I had a car. They let me out. Security let me out the gate. But I ain't gonna go. This ain't about me. It ain't about Brown. But this is about me. This show be viral. Hey, I know I'm a little crazy, but it's all.
But no, seriously, thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing me to open up a little bit more. And,
you comfortable now. Mm-hmm. You talking. Mm-hmm. At first, but I'm just saying, I know one thing. You didn't live no squeaky clean life all the way through high school. I'm telling you, you didn't. You could get on here and you, for your personality and your profile, you can do all of that. But trust me, you done got into some things.
Some things are not for public knowledge,
It's
and so
not?
those things we gonna just skip right over, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm just telling you personally, though.
But for the most part, I did live a squeaky clean life. I did.
What kind of work did your mother do?
My mother was a seamstress, and she worked at like Macy's, not Macy's, but back then it was
What
like
kind
May
of
Company.
work did your father do?
My father worked. My father worked for Goodyear, but my father was also a very talented man from the neighborhood.
What kind of talent?
What do you mean, what kind of talent? My father worked for Goodyear.
That's it?
That was
Is
his,
that all you know your father to do?
no, that is not all I know my father to do.
What else did he do?
My father was the song "Papa Was a Rolling Stone," where every lady's hat was home. That was my father.
Okay, so then you know that
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
If Papa was a Rolling Stone, them children see some of this rolling.
I've seen a lot of things. I've been taught a lot of things.
If we dig into Daddy's life, then you gonna find out some of her life. But we ain't gonna do that.
My father taught me the skills and the essentials that I needed to be able to navigate the neighborhood. So
Don't make. I'm trying to be nice. Brown, we finna get out of the Brown Neighborhood Podcast, cause then she gonna reveal some things about her life that she don't want nobody to know.
that is not
We
true.
already. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off here. No, I ain't gonna do it, cause you had a baby at 18, right? So you started doing something before 18.
Absolutely.
Who told you about it? Oh, you just figured it out?
My parents.
Oh, your parents told you?
I
Well, why didn't you get protection?
thought the podcast was ending.
Okay. Well, so a man persuaded. Man persuaded.
Love. Sometimes you young, you dumb, you in love, and you just do things that you know you're not supposed to be doing.
Exactly. And
So,
that's
and that's
all
fine.
you had to say.
And that's fine. I don't have a problem saying that. My life is about transparency, but I don't think we need to go into the the gory details
This
of
is
it.
another time I hear this transparency stuff. I'm gonna go to Google and start looking up these words, So when I get on here, because the men don't say that. The women does.
Because we're women.
Transparency and all of that.
Because we're women. Because women are judged very differently than men. So you and I could have lives that were similar, and then you'd be like pat on the back for it, and I'd be shunned for it.
Like.
Just running the streets.
So like this here, you want me to ask a question? No, I ain't gonna ask no more. But then I've been asking, did you smoke any marijuana and all of that?
I said earlier in the podcast that I smoked marijuana.
What? How old were you?
In high school.
You sure it wasn't in what grade?
Probably 11th grade.
You got high in 11?
11th.
You got high?
All the way.
Sure got high.
All the way until I was about 30. Yeah.
Now nobody would have knew that.
You trying to make me out of something that I'm
Nah,
not.
no, you not.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, you not. No, you not. Thank you for coming on the Brown. Lord, thank you. We want to say, Cheryl, thank you for coming on the Brown Neighborhood Podcast.
It was my pleasure.
You have been a blessing to the neighborhood, and we did find out about you. It's more that I wish I would have got, but I have to be nice. If you was a guy. Oh, we could really. we
But see,
get
I'm not a guy. That's the thing you have to
That's the
remember.
thing that
You have
get
to
me.
you have
That's
to
the
learn
thing
how
that-
to interview women.
I'm trying. I'm learning. I'll be wanting to, get at these women sometime. But Lord, I thank you for the
I
Brown
thank you,
Neighborhood
Lord.
Podcast. She is a sister. She's a woman of God, and so God is in control all the time. So God, thank you for the Brown Neighborhood Podcast, and we look to uplift you all the way, all the time. So thank you, Jesus. And we want to say good night.